Hi everyone! Today we're making a special recipe, a quick one but a special one. If you're way past your bedtime, working late, or back from a party like your New Year's party and you just need to wind down, this recipe is perfect. This magical 2-layer tea is also perfect after a heavy meal. So for this you will need fresh lemon, fresh mint, coarse grained sugar, fine quality tea dust or tea leaves, and boiled water. You're also going to need some kind of tea strainer. I'm using this cloth tea strainer which gives me the best results. So you'll need some kind of strainer with which you can drip your steeped tea. So first off, we need to steep our tea. I'm using tea dust here. I'm adding around 4 tablespoons of the tea dust into the tea strainer. We need to steep ourselves some really strong tea here. We won't be using all of it, but we'll pour some boiled water into the strainer so that the tea leaves or tea dust is moistened. Not too much water. And we're just going to leave that for a minute so that we get a nice strong tea. Now we're going to prepare our teacups, or in this case we're using glasses because you want to present your special 2-layer tea. So first of all, we're going to add sugar to the bottom of our glass. Coarse grained sugar is the best for this tea. So 1 to 2 teaspoons of sugar per cup, according to your preference, but you do need that sugar for the layers to work. Now once you've added the sugar, you want to pour boiled water, around half a cup, over the sugar. Don't mix it too much. Just leave that layer of sugar on the bottom. So as you can see, our cup is like 3/4 full. Now you want to stir the top layer of the water. You don't want to disturb the sugar too much, but some of it will be mixed through the water as you stir through. Now we're going to add some freshly squeezed lemon juice. Half a teaspoon should be enough for 1 glass of this size. Now we're going to drip our tea over this layer. Make sure you've stirred it just prior to dripping the tea over it. So this is why we're using a tea strainer like this, because you really do need to drip the tea over the layer so that it creates this perfect layer without mixing through the rest of the glass. Just keep tapping until you have enough of a tea layer. You can keep dipping your strainer into the steeped tea. And once you've created that layer of tea over the other layer, you want to add 1 or 2 fresh leaves of mint. This really is important in this recipe, and don't skip it. So we're going to repeat the process with the next glass. Don't forget to stir the bottom layer before you start to drip your steeped tea. As I mentioned earlier, you might not need all of the steeped tea. You just want to get a thick enough layer of the steeped tea over the bottom layer so that you will be able to stir your tea later and enjoy a nice cup of tea. The amount of sugar on the bottom is important to create the layers. Once you're ready to drink it, you can just stir from the bottom. If you don't want it too sweet, you don't have to stir all the sugar, just stir through the middle. You can adjust the sweetness to your liking. Give it a stir and sit back and enjoy your cup of lemon tea. The whole process of making the 2-layered magical tea is nice for if you have guests. It looks very nice to present. And I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all my subscribers and all of you who are watching out there a very happy new year. Thanks for watching. Bye.